So let's go back to Kunal 2012 where an idea popped up in your head कि ठीक है ये करते हैं.
Yeah.
Talk me through it.
Very simple. Fresh out of college, the idea was कि we do being from the Ayurveda background, right?
Yeah.
We do something in Ayurveda and met a lot of people trying to understand कि what is the problem with Ayurveda today? What is your challenge with Ayurveda today, right? Why are you not accepting Ayurveda the way tier 2, tier 3 cities accept, right?
Desi nuske.
हाँ, desi nuske, right? So trying to understand that, and when we realized कि भाई आयुर्वेदा सेफ है पर आयुर्वेदा स्लो है, मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है आयुर्वेदा का.
Correct.
मुझे आयुर्वेदा पसंद है, आई लाइक आयुर्वेदा, आई एम इन फेवर ऑफ आयुर्वेदा, ऑल ऑफ दैट, पर आयुर्वेदा बहुत स्लो है. सो स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग इन दैट डायरेक्शन कि इसमें कुछ करना चाहिए, right? Cut to a couple of years later, we were awarded a US patent, Indian patent, and a Chinese patent for a concept called Ayurveda.
Wow.
Right? Which is basically not going into very technical of it, but it is amalgamation of probiotics into Ayurveda with the whole combination of things and the way we manufacture the products, way we design the supplements with the right kind of herbs and the right kind of probiotics. We could speed up Ayurveda by up to 6 times faster.
Okay.
Right? So that's the problem that we are trying to solve. Right? So that's how we got into more on the industry side of things, right? And like you said, कि having that lineage of family businesses, है ना? तो eventually तो practice नहीं करना है, but करना है business ही, right? So then we started thinking on कि ये research तो किया, ये develop तो किया, ये बहुत unique concept है. अभी इसको कैसे हम इंडिया या rest of the world में लेके जा सकते हैं, right? So that's how the journey started. That was probably the first stepping stone to things, right? That Ayurveda is slow. So to solve that problem, made Ayurveda faster, right? Then the second problem is we read that India only exports 1% of global Ayurveda supplements globally, right? So then started thinking on that if India only, and we are the land of Ayurveda. We are the ones who invented it, right? We are the ones who designed it. We are the ones who are not following it so much, but
हमारे पास पेटेंट है ओजी.
Exactly, we are the OG Ayurveda country. Correct. So the idea was कि अभी इसको हम कैसे export करें, right? And then we realized कि if you see China as a country, right? China also has that traditional medicine. It's called CTM, Chinese traditional medicine, right? What they've done is over the last lot of decades, what they've done is they have done a lot of scientific research on each ingredient, right? Because of which, when they go across the globe and promote their CTM medicines, it is easier for people to accept. Which didn't happen with Ayurveda on that scale that it should have happened. There are obviously a lot of Ayurvedic companies, traditional Ayurvedic companies in India who have a lineage of 100 years, 120 years, right? And they're doing phenomenally well. But they were all focused on India as a market, right? Nobody really focused on global world as a market, right? So then we are thinking, should we focus on those line and should we focus on those directions? So then we put up a manufacturing facility, got the manufacturing facility, all the approvals that it needs to sell the products across the globe, right? It was a world-class manufacturing facility, clean room environment, HEPA filters, AHUs, automated equipments, machinery, built it like a pharma plant. Right? So that people across the globe, it is easier to accept for them supplements coming or Ayurvedic medicines coming from a facility of this standard, right?
Nice.
And then started exporting to a lot of countries.
I think why it is more exciting to me is because you tried something जो हमारे पास already था, जिस पे किसी ने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया इतने टाइम से, which is like very surprising to me कि भाई 1% जो आपने अभी start बताया and then going global in that space. Right? So walk me through like कि when you started this like idea आपको मिल गया, आपने एक problem पकड़ ली. So somebody out there who's starting any business right now, we're taking example of Essenza. 2012 you figured out this thing, you applied for patents, you got some patents out there. So now you are ready to go into the market. Right? Sure. So how did you plan that thing कि अभी तो global experience तो उस time पे था नहीं, अब तो है. Right? So now with your experience, tell me if somebody has to build something and then go global, what are the things that he should keep in mind?
Right. So one is when you're starting out, right? Obviously, I was also doing my family managed business from a college, right?
Correct.
So we had this in the last year we had a template called business plan,
Oh,
right, which I took very seriously. Right now, business plan is something which helps you design and develop an entire black book to how you are going to run your business.
okay.
Right, there are many templates available out there, right?
एक copy मुझे भी
100% done. We'll put a link down here.
description. जाओ use करो भाई. Nice.
Right. So, and it's a very well accepted. You'll find
Got
plenty
it.
of different types of business plans online. Right?
Okay.
A business plan helps you X-ray the business that you're going to do. Right.
Nice.
So it helps you understand how you're going to start your business, where you're going to go, what's going to be your 1-year goal, what's going to be your 3-year goal, what's going to be your 5-year goal. Right. It helps you understand probably what's your 10-year goal and 20-year goal also. Right. How you want to run your business, where you want to do business. It also helps you get into nitty-gritties of what is the competition, what is the, we do SWOT analysis, you identify your threats, right? You identify which market you're going to go, what type of practices in which market does the best. So it helps you go theoretically into running your business.
Understanding the milestones.
Understanding your business, right? So once you do this business plan exercise, right, it will really help you understand, and it will become like a holy book for you to then follow through in your businesses, right? And it is not something that it's once and done, right? I have changed my business plan plenty of times, right? Sometimes आपने theoretically जो सोचा वो काम नहीं करेगा, right? As an entrepreneur, I'll say you, आपने theoretically सोचा वो बहुत बार काम नहीं करेगा, right?
True.
But करके practically करके you find your niche, and then you fine tune your plan, and then you make action points, and then you set smaller goals, and then you keep working on it, right? So that's the way you do things. तो ये business plan जब करा तभी एक obviously I had that kind of mentors also. And then obviously my father, who has been a phenomenal part of my life, right? A guiding force, and comes with a lot of intellect, knowledge, experience, all of that, right? He's a first generation entrepreneur, so he has seen bare minimum. His dad was a government servant, so he has seen bare minimum lifestyles also. Right. So from there to this, so he's kind of come a very long way. So he's experienced stories. It's a lot of inspiring stories. Even today, when we sit and we're talking, if we're talking for more than half an hour, I'll hear a story which will inspire me, which I've never heard in the last 40 years, I think. Right. So just so much data for us to kind of